Hi everyone, Meteorologist Emery here in the Fox 19 First Alert Streaming Center, and we are live for our Sunday edition of 19atSIX, our weekend weather show, live wherever you stream on fox19.com, the Fox 19 News, and First Alert Weather app. We're live on the 24/7 weather streaming channel. We're live on YouTube, and of course, we are live on Facebook, both the Fox 19 Facebook page as well as my Facebook page at Emery WX, where if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to chime in then. So, good evening. We'll talk about a lot of things, including Thanksgiving travel, the potential for First Alert weather days, and the cold down, as one would call it. People say cool down. I'm going to call this a cold down here in just a little bit, but I want to give you that forecast first, giving you tonight, tomorrow, and the 7-day forecast within the first couple of minutes of our 19atSIX weather show. That way, if you got plans, maybe you're watching the 49ers and Packers game right now, this at least gives you a moment to check the forecast and then get back out and watch some football or do some outdoor chores like I did myself earlier today. But let's just get right into it. So tonight we got a low of 45 degrees. We are looking at clouds increasing late. And then for the day tomorrow, we're looking at scattered showers, especially during the afternoon. High temperatures will be in the low 60s. So a very warm day. In fact, tomorrow is the warmest day for the foreseeable future. You see here in the 7-day forecast, well, heading into Tuesday, we got some sunshine, yes, but highs will just be in the mid-40s. For Wednesday, looking dry for the first half of the day, but the second half of the day, we got some scattered showers to work with. And then for Thanksgiving, morning rain with the potential for some rain-snow mix into the evening in addition to breezy winds. Then for Friday, light snow and blustery with a high of only 35 degrees. And then for the weekend, a chance of flurries, even a light snow shower, especially going into Sunday with cold air. I want to emphasize that, cold air. Lows in the teens and 20s, highs in the low to mid 30s. So yes, a cold down is on the way. But we've got warm weather to work with as we head on into our Monday here. So again, I want to remind you, we are live wherever you stream. So if you have any questions or comments, you can chime in on our Facebook page, both the Fox 19 Facebook page as well as my Facebook page. I'll try to answer those as best as I can. But yeah, we are looking at the potential for maybe First Alert weather days for Wednesday and Thursday. In fact, the weather team right now is discussing it on our group text. I'm going to try to be nice and not chime in right now because I got this to work with. But if we're going to be issuing anything, it's going to be for rain Wednesday evening, impacting plans for folks traveling Wednesday night into Thanksgiving morning. And then, of course, Thursday night into Friday morning with the gusty winds as well as that rain change over to snow. Now, that being said, I don't look at any accumulating snow right now. The grounds are just too warm. The conditions are just not right for that. That being said, it's going to be a wet snow, and it's going to be a sign of colder air. And indeed, it will be colder as we go on into this upcoming weekend just ahead. But yeah, in the meantime, though, we are looking at dry conditions out there here this evening. We'll switch it over to our Fox 19 tower cameras. I believe the Newport Levy and the Mount Auburn camera might take a little too long to load. But we do have some clearing skies. We did have some of those clouds decrease through the day. But now we've got those upper level clouds, and they're going to begin to increase, as well as some mid-level clouds will move in. But right now it's a quiet view here on our tower camera here, looking towards downtown Cincinnati, and temperatures this hour are at 48 degrees. So a pretty warm night here, warm relatively speaking, because, well, this time yesterday we were already at 41, I think, 42 maybe. But we are certainly looking at warmer air for tonight as well as for tomorrow. Let's look at radar and satellite here. So let's go and take a look at the local view, looking at all of the viewing area, the Fox 19 coverage. And you'll see those clouds beginning to increase. We'll play this out kind of on a wider scope here. And as you can see, we've got this area of low pressure right here, circling around into the Rockies, the lee side of the Rockies, into the panhandle of Nebraska. And this is going to zip on through towards the Great Lakes region. As it does that, it's going to keep that warmer air at bay here going into this evening and tonight and to part of the day tomorrow. But it will bring moisture with it, and it's going to allow for cooler air behind a cold front, which will pass through Monday evening into Monday night. And then going into Tuesday, temperatures will be a little bit cooler, more seasonally cooler, that is. So looking at the almanac for today, we had a forecast high today, I believe, of 56 degrees. Let's see how close we were to that. I always like to say, hey, look at that. Forecast was right. Nice to see that. The morning low was 36 degrees, so it definitely was chilly. I believe I also had that too, so that's a positive for today for me. But we are looking at, again, tomorrow even warmer than today. Tonight's lows will dip down only in the 40s, and then tomorrow's highs will be breaking into the low 60s for many in the Fox 19 Now viewing area. So I want to take a look at some temperatures here. I'm going to show a map I don't show very often on 19atSIX. I'm going to show, it's still current temperatures, but it's going to be from a different perspective. It shows some communities that may not be otherwise highlighted on the other maps. So the other maps pull directly from airports. This is kind of what we call interpolated data, so it picks by nearby airports or temperature gauges, and it's not exact, but it's a pretty close bet for some of these areas. So you've got temperatures right now in the mid-40s over towards my hometown in Hillsborough, 48 in West Union, 49 in Brooksville, Kentucky, 49 in Florence, 48 up in Westchester, 50 in Connorsville and in Batesville, and I got the low 50s, Harrison, Milford, and Warsaw, all at 51 degrees. It's 50 also now over towards Mason. So again, we're looking at tonight's temperatures and tomorrow's temperatures. Take a moment before we dive into the comments and questions, and then we'll look at those forecast models, including the rain-snow mix coming up Thanksgiving evening. So tonight we've got a low temperature down to 45 degrees. Heading into tomorrow, again, warm, 61 with scattered showers here in the tri-state. And just want to show you, maybe if you're traveling a little early, maybe ahead of schedule, we'll be looking at this forecast model here, or we'll show the forecast model in a moment. But if you're traveling tomorrow, maybe ahead of schedule, you can see here temperatures will be in the 50s and the 60s with some scattered showers all throughout the region. So prepare for some wet conditions if you are traveling tomorrow, especially tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. All right, taking a pause real quick, looking at the Facebook comments and questions. Betty says hello. Hello to you as well. Rhoda's waving back at you. Jeff says, everyone talking about a big snow. No big snow. It's not true. There will be some snowflakes. Yes, there will be some rain-snow mix. Absolutely. But it doesn't look to be anything major or drastic. Angela says it is the end of November. People should expect colder temperatures and even some sort of wetness. Don't disagree. There are times in the fall, like late fall, where it sometimes is very dry and other times it's very wet. We are beginning to fall into that La Nina pattern we've been discussing the last few months, and this is kind of the beginning stages of that. So yeah, the wetness should come to no surprise, which is nice considering how dry things were back in September. But the colder air, I certainly agree with you on that, Angela. But some people don't like it. So, you just got to cater, you just got to understand the audience. Some people love the forecast, other people hate it. And I'm kind of the person who loves the forecast no matter what, because I love weather. Geez, these comments are a little buggy here with this Facebook page. Betty says, do you think we'll get any big snow? No. I don't know where that term is coming at from. Not for me. No, we're not looking at that. We're looking at rain-snow mix. Yes, it's going to be a wet snow. It's going to melt on impact. Have you dug into the dirt recently? Have you felt the temperature or measured the temperature of the soil, even the surface of the soil? It's too warm right now. Not looking at any anything like that. Karen says, hello, neighbor from Hillsboro. Hi to you. Hope you're doing well. Jeff said, Ethan hurt my feelings. I'm sorry. And then Betty asking, anytime snow or later, will we get any big snow? I don't see any big snow right now in the forecast. No, Betty. We do have some flurries in the forecast in the 7-day. We'll dive into all that here in a little bit. But I know people around here, doesn't matter how long you've lived in the Ohio Valley, I try to not hyperbolize anything, but sometimes people, when they hear the S word, they tend to get a little anxious. In this case, no need to be. It's going to be wet. Okay, no comments on my Facebook page, so we will resume here with our forecast model. And you'll see here going into tonight, into Monday morning, looking relatively dry, though Monday morning can't rule out a sprinkle, maybe a passing light shower. Looks very, very light at this point. Nothing is going to be of major concern for the Monday morning travel. We go into Monday afternoon, isolated showers still holding on, but Monday evening we are looking at more widespread activity moving in, especially close to sunset. And notice the temperatures for everyone in the tri-state looking pretty warm, upper 50s and again close to the low 60s. And this rain is going to continue into Monday evening and to Monday night. So we'll play this forward. You can see more scattered activity Monday night, especially for areas east of I-71 for Monday just before midnight. And then we head into Tuesday morning. And Tuesday morning, looking a little chilly, but we are looking at clear conditions. So Tuesday, we're looking at mostly sunny skies, and throughout the day, maybe just a few high, thin clouds, but it is going to be quiet. Now, you might have noticed a little bit of blue there for a moment. That's just, I think, kind of a glitch in that particular model because it's going to be a little bit too mild for that come Wednesday morning, as we could be looking at maybe a sprinkle move in Wednesday morning. So take a look at this forecast model here. This is going to show us, well, the whole week of Thanksgiving into Thanksgiving weekend. So here's what we got. Again, we've got that rain coming in on Monday, dry Tuesday, heading into Wednesday. Now Wednesday starts off dry. So you've got plans on Wednesday morning. Again, you might see a sprinkle or two. Otherwise, though, it does look like things will be relatively quiet. Wednesday afternoon, scattered showers will begin to move in. And this is around 5 o'clock on Wednesday, November the 27th. This is the day before Thanksgiving. We play this forward. And as you can see here, Thursday morning. Now, this is something models have been going back and forth on. It's a little inconsistent for me. But given where the area of low pressure has kind of been formulating in the latest forecast model data, I think we're just going to see rain Wednesday night into Thanksgiving Thursday morning. Reason being is because we've got just a little bit too much warmer air moving in, and usually with these rain-snow lines in these kind of scenarios, the warm air tends to push a little further north. So maybe you're going to be traveling north of Dayton, around I-70, towards Indianapolis, towards Muncie, Indiana, maybe towards Columbus, Delaware, Mansfield, if you're familiar with that place, north of Columbus in Ohio. But if you're going to those locations, I could see some rain-snow mix up there. But I think for us in the Fox 19 Now viewing area, I think we're just going to see rain, even for folks in Fayette and Union counties in southeast Indiana. Now we go into Thanksgiving afternoon, into Thanksgiving evening. That's when we could begin to see that changeover. So as we head into Thanksgiving Day afternoon, well, this model wants to make me a liar, but it's wanting to dry things out significantly, which, well, I don't fully buy it because the low pressure system is going to begin to weaken, and usually a weakening low kind of expands the moisture with it. But we could be looking at some lingering showers on Thanksgiving afternoon, transitioning over to a wet snow rain mix. And mind you, it looks to be very light. So we're not talking about anything accumulating. We're just talking about wet conditions on Thanksgiving. Really want to bring that home because so many folks, when they hear the snow word, they tend to think it's going to be 10, 12 inches of snow. That is just not the case here. That, in fact, is not even probable at this point. So we are looking at, again, a wet snow, rain, light, mind you, mix going into Thanksgiving night into Friday. And Friday we will look at perhaps some flurries. Same goes for Saturday. And then heading into Sunday, potential for some light snow showers here. Now you might look at this map and think, wow, dark blue, looks like we could have intense snow. No, not the case. Reason being, it's going to be very, very cold going into the latter half of Thanksgiving weekend. We'll show you that here in the forecast models in just a second. I do want to point out, though, the breezy conditions coming in for Thanksgiving. So even with the rain and the rain-snow mix, Thanksgiving does look to be a bit breezy. Now, the next couple of days, the winds, not a huge concern, but we could see gusts maybe around 20 miles per hour. But if you're from this area, this time of year, almost every day has a breeze to it. It's just kind of the change of the season. You get the heating of the day, allowing for mixing to occur. It's just kind of how it goes. But we are looking at winds increasing going into Thanksgiving Day. So this is going into Thanksgiving Day. Gusts could get close to 30 miles per hour. We head into Thursday night into Friday. We're also looking at those winds. Again, gusts maybe around 25, 30 miles per hour. And then Saturday, not too bad. But then Sunday, still a little breezy here in and around the tri-state. I do want to show you this, though. This is a feels-like temperature map. This shows us wind chill values. Again, feels-like temperatures. It's factoring the heat displacement from the wind. So if you sit outside and the cold air with the winds, that wind transfers that heat off of your body, and then that difference gives you the feels-like temperature. So it's there's an actual equation that goes into this. But we take a look at this for Thanksgiving afternoon. Not a huge issue for Thanksgiving afternoon. Wind chills would be likely in the mid-30s. We go into Friday morning, wind chills would be in the teens and 20s. Friday afternoon, wind chills in the 20s. We go into Saturday morning, wind chills in the teens. Saturday afternoon, well, wind chills will be close to normal or close to the actual temperature because there won't be much wind to work with. But I say all that because it's going to feel very cold. It's going to be very cold. So let me find my map real quick. Once it got deleted. Oh, here we are. I just couldn't recognize it because there's a lot of cool conditions. So this is Thanksgiving Day. That area of low pressure that day is going to be right in here, and it's going to move up to the north and east. But what's going to happen is, as this low moves through, it is going to bring all this cold air and just swing it down into the Ohio Valley. So we'll play this forward. So here's Friday. This is Black Friday. 35 is the high for us here in Cincinnati. We continue. 34 for Saturday. December 1st, 33. So we've got a lot of cold air digging in with this, with that light snow shower activity that could move in Saturday and Sunday. Well, with that, it's coming in. It's going to bring in with it a lot of dry, cold air as it moves through. As it stands right now, I'm not concerned with any kind of potential for accumulating snow at this time. That being said, we'll need to monitor, of course, Saturday and Sunday with those snow showers. It does look like the majority of that will be flurries, but there could be some pockets of snow showers with that. And, you know, it's going to be a sign of moisture, obviously, moving in, and a sign of the cold air. So do look at throughout Thanksgiving weekend. Be prepared for wet conditions on Thanksgiving, and be prepared for some flurries or light snow showers for Saturday and Sunday. We go into the following week, so December 2nd, high of only 29 degrees here in Cincinnati. And then by the 3rd of December, 32, the forecast high. So quite cold here in the tri-state. So it's going to be a cold down. No doubt about it. So here is that 7-day forecast. So again, Monday can be the warmest day of the 7-day and for the foreseeable future because the high is 61 degrees, scattered showers. Going into Monday night into Tuesday, lows will be into the mid-30s. Tuesday, 45 with mostly sunny conditions. Wednesday, evening showers and a high of 44. Thanksgiving, some morning rain, followed by maybe an afternoon light mix. Again, light and a mix. Wet snow and breezy conditions. High of 43. Friday, some light snow, blustery, and a high of 35. And then the weekend, a chance of flurries. Highs in the low 30s and lows in the teens and the 20s. Betty asking how cold you think it'll get. I think we'll fall down in the teens. I mean, that's been the forecast the last couple of days. For Friday night, Saturday night into Sunday morning. And the coldest day looks to be that Monday. So that would be what would that be? The 2nd of December. Highs will be probably in the upper 20s. So very cold air, Betty. Marcus joining us from Rome, Italy. Hey, Stefano would love to hear that. Just joking, of course. But that's awesome. Hopefully it's a little bit warmer for you out that way. Betty asking about a white Christmas. That's way too early to have that discussion. It's way too early. That's a month away before we head into Christmas Eve. It's just too early to talk about. There's a lot of uncertainty in the models at this point out. I'm not very confident in even giving you an answer right now. So, Betty, just wait and see. We'll get a little bit closer. We'll have more discussions on that. Sarah says, hi, Ethan. Hope you're having a good night. Hey, so far so good for me. Today I was actually pretty busy. I spent the afternoon just because with my hours I had to come in a little bit later than I normally do. So I took the time and opportunity to help my aunt and uncle out. Did some yard work for them. Been kind of putting it off for a little bit just because I've been pretty busy going on with personal things. But I mowed the lawn. It needed mowed. It actually had a lot of green grass, and I kind of mulched up some of the leaves. I left the leaves in the yard. If you follow my Facebook page regularly, you probably have seen I might have shared a post or two about Leave the Leaves. It's very important for just your ecological value of your lawn and the biodiversity that surrounds it and is in it. But I did leave the leaves, but I had to mulch them up because they have a lot of catawba leaves, which are really big leaves and can sometimes not do well for the grass come spring. So I mulched those up. I also transplanted a couple of trees. I transplanted some bricks. There were some bricks that were from whoever owned the property before a long time ago. They were kind of stacked up they were kind of lined up in a weird spot in part of the yard, so I dug them up and I moved them out of the way. And hopefully this spring we can possibly wash them and maybe even use them for the garden or anything else. So thank you, Sarah, for asking. This evening I'm probably going to take it a little easy, work on this forecast a little bit, and then, of course, get ready for the 10 o'clock newscast and work on a few projects we got going on behind the scenes. But thank you for chiming in. So that's the 7-day forecast. Again, pretty warm for the start, but a big dive in temperatures behind this area of low pressure. And the weekend, again, there are some uncertainties as to what day we'll have better opportunities for flurries or light snow showers. As of right now, something that's been consistent amongst the models has been Friday and Sunday. But I want to keep Saturday in that mix because the model I just showed you did show Saturday evening could see that potential as well. Now, I will say, going beyond the 7-day forecast, that week of December, the first full week of December, I haven't updated the numbers exactly yet, so I don't want to show you that. But I will say it does look more dry than wet. In fact, it looks very dry, but also looks very chilly. So highs generally in the 30s, lows generally in the 20s for that forecast. So that's what we've got right now for the 7-day. Of course, I'll be making a couple of tweaks, giving you updates tonight at 10 o'clock on Fox 19, and then also to giving you that travel forecast because it's a very busy week, of course, with it being Thanksgiving. So I'll be giving you updates on turbulence, any kind of airport delays, what to expect going to the airport tomorrow morning, and also to just kind of regional forecasts for tomorrow as well. So we're going to again sign off here, that way we can get that started, and hopefully we can see you tonight at 10 o'clock, joining us on Fox 19. And of course, we got you sports, we got the latest news headlines covered as well. And yeah, we appreciate all of you who join us here on 19 at 6. So with that being said, have a wonderful evening. We'll see you tonight at 10 o'clock right here on Fox 19 Now.